This is the story of my first time talking to girls, and viewer discretion is advised though, because the amount of W game I spit in this video is just incomprehensible for some people. Anyways, let's get on with it. As a kid, I talked to quite a bit of girls, not gonna lie, but the title says this is my first time talking to girls, which technically this isn't my first time, but this is my first time talking to girls after middle school, okay? So this story starts somewhere after freshman year, so I'm about to be a sophomore, which if you don't know right now, I'm a junior in high school. But my friend, Corey at the time, if you don't know who Corey is, he's a YouTuber that goes to my school, but he has this other friend named, I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name, so I'm just gonna say Bobbert. One day, he decides to invite me to a hangout, and I was just like, what are we gonna do at this hangout? And he was like, we're gonna go to the beach. And then I was like, who's gonna be there? Because I thought, like, you know, Corey and everyone would be there, but apparently not. It would just be Bobbert and a bunch of girls. At the time, I probably didn't talk to girls for over a year. Right? Besides my sister and my mom, obviously, but I was extremely nervous for this, and he invited me a week prior to the actual thing. So, I told Daniel about it, and Daniel literally cursed me, bro. He was like, bro, you're gonna mess up. You're not gonna be able to talk to girls. He's making fun of me and stuff, because last time we hang out, I basically thought girls were like the most majestical beings in the entire world, and they were untouchable. So I was so nervous talking to a girl. This is honestly so cringe to talk about, but you know what? It's facts. So, approaching this day, I had to get ready, you know? I went shopping with one of my friends. Oh my gosh, why did you just do that? So, I got my most drippiest drip, and I got ready for this day. And I got there decently late, and everyone was already in the water. So, when I came, I had to go in the ocean as well. But the thing is, the night prior, these spiders bit me, and I got, like, bug bites all over my chest. So, this was my first impression, and I had to somehow explain to them why I had like these scars on my chest, and they were from the bug bites, but it was just so weird because it was my first time ever meeting them, and then like I barely know how to swim, if I'm gonna be honest, and I don't want to drown, so I wimped out on going deep in the deep section, because so after we went into the water, back on shore with everyone, and then we dried off and talked a little bit, and honestly, I can't lie, I was doing pretty well. I was like socializing. These people already knew about me because like, I think they heard about me from my, so these people were already familiar about me because my YouTube channel, you know, Not Nico kind of clattered at the time. I had probably around like 300, 400K, and I had a good sizable amount on TikTok. So, you know, I was on their For You page, you know, they already knew me. So like, I didn't have to introduce myself, which is kind of lucky. I took that to my advantage, and they just asked me a bunch of questions, and I answered them, but then when conversation went stale, I talked to them a little bit, but I particularly talked to this one girl, right? If this girl's watching the video, you know who you are. This girl, I thought she didn't like talking to me at first, but I'm pretty sure she was just like nervous or whatever, and also like she was kind of left out because she had this injury, like this cut, and she couldn't go in the water, so I decided to talk to her. Honestly, went pretty well. She watched anime, she played volleyball, so like I could kind of relate to her on that. I don't play volleyball, but my mom and my sister did, so I was like talking about that and stuff, you know. W Riz. But yeah, this was honestly going so well for my first time actually talking to an IRL girl, right? Sort of. Yeah. So it was approaching the end of the day, and I had to go home. But you know, I kind of like this girl. So instead of asking for her number, you wanna know what I do? I look at the group chat, and then I try and find her name through the group chat list and get her number like that. I messaged her, and I was like, hey, this is Nico. I had a really fun time talking with you today. Guess what she says to me back? She was like, me too, with a smiley face. And then I talked to her for a little bit, and then she said, I would love to talk to you more too. She used the word love, which was like crazy. So that worked out pretty well, and I eventually talked to her even more. More goes on in this story, and I eventually get pretty close with this girl, if you know what I mean. But I don't really talk to her nowadays, so that's why I'm saying the story. But sorry if this story was all over the place. I'm really bad at telling stories. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. Thank you for watching.